Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Van D podcast. Man, I'm glad to be with you today. I've got a pretty exciting topic that has played a huge role in my life. And the topic today is about passion and how having passion can make your life easier. So we all know passion is an emotion. If you look at the description for the word passion, this is what they say in the dictionary. Passion is a feeling of intense enthusiasm towards a compelling desire for someone or something. Passion can range from eager interest in or admiration for an idea, proposal, or cause. So I want to talk to you about passion when it comes to just what you're doing for your career, what you want to do, what your goals are for your business. So people with passion really get my attention. I immediately want to listen to people with passion, and I want to learn from them, because when we have passion about something, we automatically want to get better at it. And we automatically want to be the best at it and be an expert at it. So some of the people that really get my attention when I think of the word passion, of course, everybody knows in the sports world Michael Jordan. And it's not just that he is the all-time best all-around basketball player in the history of the sport. What excites me is the passion he has for being the best also. And when I say passion that Michael Jordan has, it's getting up in the morning and being on the basketball court for 4 hours at a time, or after a game, going back out on the basketball court and just nonstop trying to perfect his craft. Just the preparation that he did to become the best of the best in basketball. He's passionate about basketball, and so I can't get enough of watching him. Matter of fact, I have never been a huge NBA fan. I mean, I've been a fan, but not gigantic. But if I knew that the Chicago Bulls were going to be playing on TV, I made it a point to make sure I was home to watch it, not just because of basketball, but because I like to watch Michael Jordan. The guy's incredible. So let me pick another one to tell you. In the actor world would be Tom Hanks. If you take a look and see the characters that Tom Hanks plays in his movies and the real passion he has by trying to really make those characters come to life, to me, that's passion. So once again, if I know Tom Hanks is in a movie, I want to watch it because I know that he is going to play that character like nobody's business. Of course, one of my favorite is Forrest Gump. I've never seen an actor do what he did in Forrest Gump. That's still today, playing all those emotions and playing that character still blows me away. I named my boat Jenny. Okay, well, I used to be really good at that. So if you're not laughing, that's your problem. So another person that I really love that has passion, Pat's over here looking at me like, no, that was not funny. Another person that has a lot of passion that I really enjoyed watching, I'm not a swim fan. You're not going to see me say, ooh, I have to go inside on a beautiful Saturday day to see the swim trials. But no, there's a guy that I like to watch named Michael Phelps. Why? Because he has passion for what he does. He trained like crazy. His backstory, like the other people I've mentioned, is preparation. They have passion about what they do. And ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on about people that have passion that I'd love to tell you about, but we don't have time for that. But the last person is a guy named Jack Welch. Jack Welch was the CEO and president of General Electric. I like the passion that he had when he was running that company and the things that he implemented to make that such a great industry and company. So now that I've told you about some of the people that I admire that have passion, let me just tell you something. You can have passion if you make a choice to. It's not something you're born with. If you make a decision, I love what I do for a living. And like you've heard me say in the past, if you don't love what you're doing for a living, what are you waiting for? There's no reason why you can't pursue what you really want to do in life. No reason whatsoever. So if you don't have passion about what you're doing, it's not too late. You're not behind the eight ball. I don't care what age you are. If you're 25 or 75, it's never too late to pursue your passion. Let me tell you something that studies have found, and this should encourage you to find your passion, or at least show that you have passion about your job. Studies have told us that people that are enthusiastic about their jobs and about their life get better breaks. That's a fact. People that are enthusiastic and have passion about what they're doing get better breaks. Another fact, they get promoted more often. Now, doesn't that make sense to you? Somebody that's just kind of going through the motions and doesn't really show excitement about what they do for a living? You think they're going to be looked at? You think they're going to get breaks or promoted? No. That's not a coincidence. Let me tell you something. This is what I believe. When you're full of passion, you not only have the favor of God, but you also have the favor of everybody that gets a chance to be around you. Too many people lose their enthusiasm. When at one time in their life they were excited about their dreams, and then they lose the excitement. It even goes with marriage. A lot of people were excited about when they got married, then they kind of lost their enthusiasm. They were excited about their future. Along the way, they had a setback in some form or fashion where they lost their excitement about any of the things I just said. They didn't get the promotion they wanted. They were overlooked with something at their career. Maybe it was a health issue or a relationship that didn't work out. So that can take the wind out of your sails. But the thing is do not just go through the motions. Get up, going to work, coming home and going to bed. No excitement, no enthusiasm. You guys, we were not created that way. We all have setbacks. We all in our lives have the wind taken out of our sail. But remember something. Every day is a brand new day. If you don't have passion about what you're doing in life today, that doesn't mean tomorrow morning you can't wake up and have passion. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and a lot of you know me, and this is not a religious show, even though I'm a firm believer in God and everything that God has to offer and has blessed my life. I have always believed with the power of prayer, you can find your passion and bring it to life. I'm a testimony that the power of prayer has played a huge role in my life. If you want to have passion about something, what does it hurt you to pray about it and see what happens? It doesn't hurt. Power of prayer is really, really strong and intentional. So I like to use the word passion that is interchangeable with words like determination, conviction, and even love. Passion to me, is a strong desire that can get you to do amazing things. Why do I say that? Because if you're passionate about something, nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to stop you whatsoever. It's like when I was building my real estate company. I was extremely passionate about it. I wanted to build one of the best real estate firms for real estate agents to work at. That was my passion. My passion was to have a great place for real estate agents to park. And fortunately, it was. So passion to me is an emotion that needs to be acted upon. Without action, passion yields no worthwhile results. I think we all agree on that. Passion to me is the fuel in the fire that creates action. So when you have passion for something, you love it even when you hate it. I can't tell you how many times in the real estate business in my career I've hated it. I've been like, oh man, this is a tough day. This has been a tough 3 days. I don't want to deal with these people anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. But the passion will bring you back on course, and the passion will keep you fueled to get back on track. We all have challenges. We all have times in our lives that we lose passion for anything, but we can get back on track. Passion will push you through difficult times because you don't take you don't care what it takes to become better. I believe we all have the ability to create whatever kind of life we want. The secret of living the dream is hidden in our passions, but we got to discuss them and we have to talk about them. So as you know, I've talked to you about in my past that I'm a real big fan of Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen is one of my favorite spiritual leaders, one of many, who I had the pleasure of visiting in Houston at his church called Lakewood Church. My girlfriend and I decided one day, let's go fly down to Houston. I want to meet this man that inspires, encourages, and empowers me. I want to tell you something that Joel Osteen talks about. This is coming from Joel. It's not coming from me. I don't want to take credit for it. So Joel says, that's what the Apostle Paul told Timothy in this passage. Stir up the gift, fan the flame. Every day we have to make the decision. I'm not going to get stuck in a rut. I'm not going to take this day for granted and just go through the motions. I'm going to stay passionate about the life God's given me. The truth is, most of life is routine. You can't wait for something exciting to happen before you decide to be excited. Faith says, I'm going to stay passionate, just knowing that my God is still on the throne and what he has promised is in my future. It will be greater than the past. So when I look at that, what Joel Osteen is talking about, the message I get is don't let your life become just a routine without having passion. Anything can become a routine if we let it. We have to keep it fresh. If you're going to stay passionate about life, you can't let it become a routine. I'm going to tell you another story that I learned from Joel. Joel tells this story about his medical doctor. He was in his late 80s. He still went to the office every day. He loved to operate. And I love this story because I can relate to it, which is why I'm telling you. His friends and family tried to get him to retire. Like I said, he's in his late 80s, but he just wouldn't do it. He had invented a procedure that he had performed over 10,000 times in his career. He was asked in an interview if he ever got tired of doing it, if it ever got old. The doctor said, no. The reason why is because I act like every operation is my very first one. I don't let it become so common that I lose the awe and the excitement. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love this story that Joel tells because I feel the exact same way about houses. I've been selling real estate since 1983, and I still get jazzed every time I sell a house. I get super excited, and my customers love my enthusiasm. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think that's one of the reasons why my clients like to work with me when they're buying and selling houses? Because I'm excited about what I'm doing. Anybody that's been doing it as long as I have could be dull, could be routine, no excitement. I'm just opening doors and I'm filling out paperwork. No, I get super excited, and I don't do it just for them because it's a big deal for my clients. I do it because I really am fired up. I've had people say, "Gosh, Vin, it's like you just sold your first house." That's what I want people to feel like. I want them to see my excitement and enthusiasm when I do business with them. It makes me excited about my business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know that I am still in real estate, and I love real estate because it makes me a better trainer, coach, motivational speaker, workshop presenter. So when I'm in front of you, I'm still in the business. So it makes me more relevant. So just remember, when you give something 100%, it should make you and everyone around you feel good. I don't like doing business with people that aren't into it. I mean, it's a bummer when you go give somebody business or you're working with somebody and they act like I really don't want to be here. Well, what kind of experience are you creating for me? I want to work with people with passion. I want to tell you something. I have a home builder friend, very successful home builder friend. And one of the top ones in this country, in his company, works for a very, very reputable builder, large builder. And he said, I'm always like number one or number two in the company, but I want more. And I said, you want more? He said, yes. I said, how much do you know about the construction of the homes that you guys build? He goes, well, I don't know that much because I don't spend a lot of time in that department. I said, what about the warranty items? I said, what if somebody asked you questions about warranties and stuff like that? He goes, well, we got a warranty handbook that I can always look up. I said, you want to show people how passionate you are and win every sale? Learn more about construction. Be able to say strong bullet points about how these incredible homes are built. Study the warranty manual. Don't have to go look up the warranty manual to be able to quote something. Know it. Learn it. Watch what people are going to do when they see you and how excited they're going to be when they do business with you. So you have the ability to do this. And I can't tell you how many times people say, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to do things in my career that'll have me show people that I'm passionate and I become an expert. And most of the time when I ask people, I go, well, when are you going to do that? And they say, someday. And I said, someday? When is someday? Well, someday, the truth is, someday always seems to stay in the near future. We can never quite make it. And we never quite get started following our passions and doing what we really want with our lives. If you're, ladies and gentlemen, if you're truly passionate about something, you need to get started now. Baby steps. It doesn't mean you have to quit your job and go for it full time. It doesn't mean you need to neglect your family and responsibilities. It doesn't mean you need to become an expert overnight. Remember what I always tell you. You don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started to be great. The key in following your passion is consistency. Work on it a little bit every day. You need to decide that you're going to take a little action and then take a small step forward on a regular basis. So think about this. Maybe you've always wanted to play the piano. You don't need to buy a grand piano and play 8 hours per day. Why not start by just reading a book about playing the piano, listening to recordings of experts, maybe stuff like that, buying a keyboard and playing for 15 minutes every morning. It's these small steps done regularly which will add up to huge results. Apply what I just said to business, okay? The most common excuse I hear about not following our dreams is that we just don't have the time. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this. If you have inside your heart and inside your mind this dream, and I'm not just trying to make you feel good. If you have in your heart and in your mind that you have a dream, I believe that dreams are a prelude to reality. Why would you be thinking about this if you truly didn't believe that you deserve it and that you're going to experience it someday? So don't let something just be floating around in your mind and in your heart without doing something about it, but take baby steps. And I want to recap some of the things I just said. When you have passion, great things are going to happen in your life. You're going to be highly favored. People are going to want to do business with you. You're going to get promoted. Better things are going to come your way that maybe wouldn't have come your way. Get out of the routine. And one of the ways that we get to where we want to go in life and help our passion become a reality is we have to learn to ask for help. I believe in asking for help so much that I wrote a book about it. The book is called The Power of Asking. Go to vandeeb.com. You can buy it there. It should be shipped in 2 business days. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're passionate, you've got to pull out all the stops. You've got to ask people to help you. People want to help people that are passionate about what they're doing. So just remember this, that if you truly want to become a passionate person, you know, some people make dramatic changes overnight and suddenly leap into pursuing their passions full time. For most of us, our ideal life following our passion unfolds slowly over time, and that's okay. This slow and steady approach gives us time to learn and become experts and to grow into our passion. It's better to learn, practice, and develop your confidence and skills in your new area of interest, continually moving into your dream life rather than leaping into something unprepared. You know, I worked for another real estate company for 10 years. 10 years I worked for another broker before I started my own. I learned so much. So when I was ready to take that leap, man, it was foolproof. I was ready to rock and roll with my own firm. So do what you can to appreciate the journey, knowing that the prize is in sight. Finally, let me just tell you something that's very important. Spend more time with people who have passion. Passion about what they do, and passion about life, passion about their careers. And I want to tell you something. Besides spending more time with passionate people, spend more time with grateful people. Grateful people can teach us a lot when we don't always have the gratitude for the small things that we should have. Learn from those groups of people, from their victories, and also you can learn a ton from their failures. Ladies and gentlemen, let me help you find your passion like I found mine. You can have me speak to your company, a workshop. We can do Zoom calls. We can do whatever works best for you that I can help you reach your passion. I'd love to even personally coach you. So my contact info, you can find all my info at vandeeb.com. Ladies and gentlemen, find your passion. It won't happen overnight, but once you do find it, your life is going to be so much more enjoyable, and not just for you, but for the people around you. Thanks for listening to the Van D Podcast. I appreciate your time. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe so you get my podcast whenever a new one pops up. Thank you so much.
A Parkville Media Production.